Good morning, fourth graders. It's your last Monday morning as a fourth grader for the entire year. Because a week from today, it's Memorial Day and we'll be off. But you still got two more Tuesdays and two more Wednesdays to go. Hey, so I will be in, hopefully, definitely before you go to lunch. But this morning, make sure you're being good listeners for Mrs. Miller and Mrs. Hornish. If you're not, I won't be happy when I return. I'm sure you'll do a great job. In front of you, you've got this paper that says Math Mystery Case of the Forgetful Pharaoh. I'm going to read the front page as you follow along with me, and then I'm going to explain how you're going to try and solve this mystery. All right? So have it out in front of you. Here we go. January 20th, 1250 BC. You have found an ancient Egyptian scroll written by a royal scribe. Read it carefully. Ramses the Great Pharaoh has been extremely busy focusing on building cities and monuments for Egypt. However, his hard work and dedication to making the country a better place has left the pharaoh frazzled, tired, and a little forgetful of late. Many civilians reported that the pharaoh appears to be missing his royal scepter, which is an emblem of kingship. It looks like a shepherd's hook and has alternating bands of blue and gold. A royal magician named Dedi came to see the pharaoh early this morning. Their conversation was as follows. Dedi the magician asked, "I've noticed lately that you have not been carrying your scepter. Why is that?" "Well, I've been so busy visiting many places lately, and with all that has been going on, I have forgotten where I left it," replied Ramses. Replied should not be capitalized. "I am frustrated, angry, and ever so tired. I have racked my brain trying to think where it could be. I was hoping someone would turn it in by now, but alas, still no scepter." Dedi the magician then suggested, "I know a spell that could summon a great detective from the future to come and help. Would you be interested using them to locate your scepter?" Ramsay was surprised. "From the future? A great detective? Well, I must say I'd be most impressed if that were possible." Dedi confidently replied, "You'd be amazed what a little magic can do. In fact, they are reading our very conversation right now." Dedi continued to caution, "However, if the detective fails to complete this task, they will be stuck in our time forever." Ramses' eyes filled with excitement and hope. "Yes, I would be most grateful for this futuristic detective. But you had better bring back more than one detective to guarantee they will find my royal scepter." Abracadabra, you have been teleported back to ancient Egypt. And so your job today, by answering some questions on fractions, is to gain clues that will help you find the pharaoh's scepter. So if you turn to the next page, this is our list of possible places he left it. Over here, all these different places. It tells you each of these places, what kind of monument it is. Is it a statue? Is it a pyramid? Is it a temple? Is it old or new? Some are old, some are new. Position they are to Ramses' palace, northwest, south, or east, or close or far from the palace. So what you're going to do on each of these pages is, if you go to the next one, is you're going to complete each page. Once you've completed the page, it will give you a clue. The clue will tell you where it can't possibly be. So let's say the message on here, it's not going to be this message, but let's say that the message says it's not located to the west. Well, if it's not located to the west, then you would come on here, and every place that has west, you would cross out. So you would have crossed out Temple of Hatshepsut because it's in the west. But don't cross that out because we're just pretending, right? And you'll go to each page, complete the math problems, get your clues, and eliminate and eliminate and eliminate and eliminate until there is only one final clue or one final place left. And that will be the last page, what you fill in, your name, and you've discovered that it's located in what place. So if you need help, I'm sure Mrs. Hornish and Mrs. Miller would be happy to help you, but I don't think this is a super complicated assignment if you read the instructions and you know how to do all the math. So take your time, do it right, do it on your own, do it quietly. When you're finished, check it with Mrs. Miller and Mrs. Hornish, make sure that they agree you have the right location, and then you can turn it in. Your options after that are to either color your Indiana sheet. If it's done, then you can do cursive or Prodigy. And I'll see you guys in a couple of hours.